What are the pros and the cons of living in Lewisville, Texas? That's one of the most common questions that I get from clients that are looking to move into the area. So if you're thinking about moving to Lewisville or simply want to learn more about the city, this is a video for you. And please make sure to watch to the end because there's some cons that will not only surprise you, but can actually cost you money. Now, if we're just meeting, my name is Jaime Resendiz. Welcome to the DFW Homeowner YouTube channel, where you'll find real estate information that no one else is sharing with you. Lewisville is located towards the northern part of the DFW Metroplex. However, it's still pretty much in the center of things. And depending on how you catch traffic, you're usually about a 40 to 45 minute drive to downtown Dallas and about a 50-minute drive to downtown Fort Worth. And you're about a 15 to 20-minute drive to the international airport, which pretty much leads us to pro number one, and that's Lewisville's location. Regardless of what you need to get to in the DFW Metroplex, Lewisville will get you there in a reasonable amount of time. Now, of course, the location has a lot to do with it, but also easy access to the major highways does as well, given that you have access to Interstate 35 and Highway 121. So regardless if you need to go north, south, east, or west, Lewisville is able to get you there. Now, speaking of going places, let's talk about going to a place to have fun. Let's talk about pro number two, recreation. You have a ton of parks to choose from, along with many hiking trails, and you also have Lewisville Lake. Lewisville Lake is a massive lake that so many people gravitate towards. And for the most part, you're not going to find it too busy to where it becomes uncomfortable to enjoy. Another benefit to living in Lewisville is the cost of living. Although real estate prices are higher in this region just because of the location and the demand, you're going to find a lot of affordable options in Lewisville. For the most part, in this region, Lewisville is the most affordable option, especially when you compare it to Coppell, to Flower Mound, to Lantana, those surrounding cities that generally have higher real estate prices. Now, don't mishear me. There are luxury areas in Lewisville, such as Castle Hills, which is a premier neighborhood, not just for Lewisville, but for the entire DFW Metroplex. Now, something else that you're going to really appreciate about Lewisville is that the property tax rate is on the lower end when you compare it to the rest of the DFW Metroplex. Now, to add some context here, whenever I'm saying property tax rates are on the lower end, I mean on the lower end for the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I recognize that when you compare property tax rates of the cities in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex to other cities across the country, you may think that the property tax rates are insanely high. And you would be right. Property tax rates are on the higher end here in DFW. So take it with a grain of salt whenever we're looking at these property tax rates. So again, I just have to reinforce that when you compare the Lewisville property tax rate to the surrounding cities, it's on the lower end. And by the way, if you're finding value in this video, let me know that you're here by commenting Lewisville down in the comment section below. Now let's talk about one of the downsides. What are the cons of living in Lewisville? Well, this one's gonna pain me because I have a lot of respect for Lewisville. Heck, I used to live in Castle Hills, so I'm very familiar with Lewisville altogether. Con number one is the schools. When you compare the Lewisville school district to the school districts in the surrounding cities, it falls short. Now, I'm not saying the school system is terrible. Again, I actually purchased a home in this area. What I am saying is you have other options that are ranked a little bit higher. Now, given that I'm a real estate professional, there's certain things that I cannot talk about when it comes to schools. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to link a few helpful resources down in the description for you to check out. Now, another downside to living in Lewisville that is unavoidable is the traffic. Because of its location, you're going to have a lot of people that have no intention of going to Lewisville, but drive right past it. So you're going to have a lot of people that are commuting through. So whenever you're going to go to the dry cleaners or go pick up your kids or go to the gym or do whatever you're going to do, you're going to have to battle the traffic of people going from Denton to Dallas, from McKinney to Fort Worth. That's just going to happen. Which brings us to another point. Most likely, you yourself are going to be commuting to work. Now, the downside here is that don't count on public transportation. Or let me rephrase that. Don't count on a robust public transportation. You are going to have the DCTA rail that's going to take you into Dallas, but beyond that, it's going to be challenging to go anywhere else with public transportation. Now, to be fair to Lewisville, public transportation just isn't in our DNA, not just in the Metroplex, not just in Texas, but in the entire country. So I am grateful that we at least have one option to take us to certain parts of the DFW Metroplex, which all of this essentially means you need reliable transportation if you're going to live in Lewisville. This is not a walkable city. In fact, there's no walkable cities in the DFW Metroplex. Overall, our clients that end up selecting Lewisville over all the other cities really appreciate the location, really appreciate appreciate the outdoors and really appreciate the lower cost of living. So here in the DFW Homeowner YouTube channel, we give Lewisville a 3.9 out of 5. So if Lewisville has piqued your interest and you want to learn more about the city all the way back to when it was founded, check out this video right here. Or if you're ready to check out some real estate in Lewisville, check out our list of preferred homes linked down below.